Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here today. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much. If you have joined us, please go ahead and start off with just hitting mute, and you are welcome to ask questions or, stop and ask us to clarify something, whatever, as we're going along. And I want to start off by thanking Darby for being here today. Thank you so much, Darby.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Darby and I have been working together for about 3 years, and she and I collaborate as partners in travel to deliver awesome vacations to our clients. So she is the representative at Brush Creek Ranch, and when I have a client who's looking for something specific, she is my go-to at Brush Creek. So she helps me make your experience even better. So I want to make sure that in the event that you're looking to book a vacation to Brush Creek Ranch, it's important that you set up a vacation consultation. We can talk through all of the details, when you want to go, what you would like to do, and Darby and I can work together to get that set up for you. Please, everybody, make sure you are following us on Facebook, Instagram, and why not give Brush Creek Ranch a follow as well, because you will just be wishing you were there with every single picture. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm hoping to get out there myself and go see it and experience it. Hint, hint, Darby.
I know, we got to get you out there. Definitely. I know summer's been so crazy and full that finally things are opening up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I can bring some partners out to come see it.
This year, as we all know, was just an unbelievable year for US travel, like no other. And that is including Brush Creek Ranch in all of the areas in Wyoming and all of that. So again, we'll get started. I'm going to let you go ahead and share your screen.
All right, awesome.
Let me stop here. Okay, stop sharing. Okay.
Awesome. Let me see. Just bear with me on the Zoom thing.
No, take your time.
It's so funny because once you start using, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Let me start this here quickly. Okay. All right. So thank you, Emily. I appreciate it. So excited to be talking with you and clients today about Brush Creek Ranch. I started with Brush Creek just about 5 months ago, actually. So pretty new, but prior to that, I was still in the ranch world with a different ranch down in Colorado. And that's how Emily and I had met by partnering together to, do things like this, bring clients out for these really awesome ranch experiences. It's a whole niche market that people are really getting more interested in as domestic travel has been so big in the last 2 years. I think it's been great for us that, we're out in the middle of nowhere and people feel more comfortable traveling to destinations like Brush Creek Ranch, just with everything going on in the world. I've been with the ranch for about 5 months. I'm the director of leisure sales here, so I oversee our awesome reservations team. I know Carly from our marketing team popped on here. We work together to promote this amazing, beautiful property. So I'll get started. We are located in South Central Wyoming. One of the biggest questions that I get asked, right off the bat is, well, how am I going to get to you? So some landmarks here. The biggest city is nearby city is going to be Denver. We're about 3.5 miles northwest of Denver. So a lot of people will choose to fly into Denver International Airport, either schedule transportation, rent a car. And then next closest is going to be Laramie. We're about an hour west of Laramie. So there is an airport there. Denver flies, or I believe it's United flies to Denver and then over to Laramie. They usually have 2 flights out a day. So most people that are traveling to Brush Creek and flying into Laramie, they're going to go through Denver first. Lastly, we do have a Saratoga airport. It's about 13 miles from the property. We provide transportation complimentary to and from, and that's going to be your private charters. We have several jet companies that we recommend and work with and have partnerships with. So that's another option, but 3 main options to get to the ranch. So an overview of the collection, we have 3 properties within the collection. Our farm that we built a few years ago, we are an all-inclusive guest ranch at any of our properties. So that's going to include your lodging, all meals, 2 activities per day, and then we do include alcohol as well. I'll go over all of the inclusions here shortly, and then we do also have some a la carte options that people can add on to.
Are you able, sorry.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Are you able to put your screen more?
Oh, is it not large? What is wrong with me?
Oh, you're good. For some reason, it's not going the whole way.
Okay, sorry, give me 1 second.
You're okay. I wasn't sure if it.
As I mentioned, we are an all-inclusive property. So at any of our properties, which I'll go over, we do the lodging, all meals, and then alcohol and 2 activities per day. All right, so within the collection, we've got our Trailhead Lodge and Spa. This is going to be like the hub of Brush Creek Ranch collection. Great for families. So anybody traveling with children, great for, group events. If you're looking to plan a family reunion or something even with your company, we can house, that's where we can house most people. So we've got 13 lodge rooms, 11 cabin suites, 14 cabin residences over there. Biggest difference between all of these lodging options, lodge rooms, that's going to be your standard king, double queen accommodation. The cabin suites, that's perfect for 2 to 4 people. Those are going to be like 1 and 2 bedroom cabins. And then we have our cabin residences, which are typically good for like 6 people and up. So those start at 2 bedroom, they go up to 4 bedrooms. So a lot of different options at Lodge and Spa. And that is where, all of the activities are. We'll go over McGee Homestead and French Creek as well. But we have a lot of extra opportunities as far as like the ropes course and rock climbing, paintball, ATV experiences over at Trailhead as opposed to some of the other properties. Next one down is going to be McGee Homestead. This is about 4 miles from the Lodge and Spa. We've got 9 cabins over there. This is our adult only property. This is also our only property that has a pool. So that's a huge draw for people in the summer. I usually recommend this property if somebody is looking to celebrate an anniversary, or honeymooners, that it's really nice for that type of trip. We do offer buyouts of McGee Homestead. And in that case, if you are buying it out, you can bring children. So that's the only time that we do allow children at McGee Homestead. This is its own entity, its own experience over there. So we do dining, obviously the lodging, but dining, and then the activities over there. There's a bar. So really you don't need to leave McGee Homestead unless you're going to the farm or you wanted to do an activity over at the Lodge and Spa. But what's nice is that we can provide fishing guides, trail rides, and ATV experiences, archery. We have a gun range over at McGee as well. So next one down is going to be French Creek Sportsman's Club. This is about 35 minutes southeast of the Trailhead Lodge and Spa. Really geared towards guests that are looking to come out and fly fish on the best waters in the country. So We no longer allow family buyouts, or it's basically anybody under 16. So we got to a point where we just found that it wasn't the right fit for, people traveling with little ones, because this is really more geared towards the fly fishing, the hunting. We do offer horseback riding down there, but it's mainly going to be for the hunting and the fishing. There's 4 cabins, 1 yurt down at French Creek, and the same thing goes as the other 2 properties. We have a chef down there, a bar down there. So there is a spa at McGee and French Creek as well. All right. So I've added in some pictures of our amazing accommodations. This is going to be one of our cabin suites over at the Lodge and Spa, so you can see really rustic. And I have a couple pictures of the outside of the buildings as well, so you can see that. This is one of our standard king Trailhead Lodge rooms. We are adding on 6 additional units in Trailhead Lodge. Those should be done by May of 2022. They're going to be on the lower level of the Trailhead Lodge. So these are going to be more like suites, and they will have nice big patios with patio furniture out there. So a little better style than I would say the Trailhead Lodge rooms, just with that outdoor area. I think people are really looking for that. So we're excited about that. We're building a new spa as well. Here's another look at one of our cabin suites. So you can see bathrooms in here, down the hall a little way. This is a king bed. One thing you'll notice is that none of the cabin suites or any of the rooms, residences have televisions in them. We really promote people getting outside and doing all the activities. So you're not going to have too much, time to watch TV. We also don't have phones in our rooms. We use a text service called Kurtz to communicate with guests while they're on property.
And that's what a lot of people are really looking forward to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know why this is blurry. Sorry about that. But this is one of our larger cabin residences. So this would be like a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. You can see the common area, fireplaces, a little butler kitchen. I always recommend the cabin residences for families, let's say 6 or more. They like space. That's what I've learned over the last 5 years of selling a ranch, that families need space when they're traveling together. So I definitely promote these cabin residences. Here's another look at one of the larger units. So that's going to have a kitchen in there. And one thing to note with the kitchens and the refrigerators, we will pre-stock any like snacks, things like that that guests need. If you give us a grocery list, we are happy to run to the store and have that provided upon arrival. We stock the accommodations with water bottles, snacks, things like that for arrival. Here's the outside of one of our residences, just so you can see, the layout. Most of the buildings are going to look like this. The newer ones, they might have, they have used like rocks as far as the building goes, but most of them are going to have that log cabin finish and look to them. Here's another view from our Grandview cabin. So beautiful views, doesn't get any better than that. I'm biased, but it really is amazing. All right, so we have a couple of different dining options for guests when they come on property. I'm going to go through the itinerary as well for a better understanding of how things are laid out on a weekly basis. But we have our Trailhead Lodge, which you can see over here on the right. There's a bar, a coffee bar as well. We keep refrigerators over here stocked with drinks and snacks, so that if people want to pop into the Trailhead Lodge and just grab out of the refrigerators, they can do so at any time. Huge fireplace over here. We will have live music on some evenings. Over here at the Trailhead Lodge, So this is where guests are going to have their breakfast, sometimes lunches and sometimes dinners. Same thing with outside. This is outside of our Trailhead Lodge. We'll set up tables this past year. We actually had 2 huge tents, which were awesome for our outdoor dining. We kind of had to get creative with COVID and make sure people felt comfortable. We didn't know what was going to happen, so we ended up doing these really large tents that worked out. People liked them a lot. On the left-hand side, down at the bottom there, you'll see Creekside. So Friday nights are Creekside nights. We shuttle people over to Creekside. There will be live music. There's lawn games, a bar over there. This is more of like a barbecue style evening. You can see the picnic tables out there. We'll roast s'mores. And then always live music, live entertainment. Sometimes we will do Creekside lunches. This is always included on the itinerary. If, like, let's say Tuesday is going to be Creekside lunch, that'll be listed on the itinerary. So here's a good look at what a week at Brush Creek, like over at the Lodge and Spa, would look like. We do offer sunrise activities starting usually about 6:30, 6:45. We can do a hike to yoga or mountain biking, guided hiking without the yoga. But after that, breakfast runs from 7 a.m. to 8:30. You can see that's always at the Trailhead Lodge. If you were staying over at McGee or over at French Creek, you would be at the lodge of those properties. So there's a dining space at each property. Morning activities always run from 9 a.m. to noon. You meet at the activities barn, and it's nice. They have signage up, like let's say you're doing archery, so you'll see the sign up at the Lodge and Spa or over at the activities barn, so you know exactly where to meet, and the guides will meet you there. Go out for your activities. You can see all of the different things that are included in that package there. So horseback riding, fly fishing, gun range, those are going to be our top 3 activities that people get really excited about. We've got 4 levels of horseback riding, different levels of fly fishing depending on your experience. You can do pond fishing, or we'll take you out for casting lessons, or on Brush Creek, we've got 4 miles of amazing water. Gun range is huge, as I said, but several different other different activities like the ropes course, yoga, guided meditation. Moving into lunch every day at 11:30 to 1. We'll either do that at the Trailhead Lodge. We're rebuilding our chuck wagon. Unfortunately, this past April, it burned down. So we are rebuilding that, and it will be back up and running by May of 2022 when we open for season.
Is a chuck wagon just a wagon that they take people
and
around?
they'll have a bunch of tables around there. Yeah, so it's really a fun experience. Guests love that, and that's very ranchy for people. That's what they really like, that part of their stay. So yeah, it's super fun. So to switch it up this year, because we didn't have the chuck wagon, we did take people over to Creekside, and hopefully they'll keep doing that into 2022. And then afternoon activities, same thing. You'd meet at the activities barn, 1:30 to 4:30, and then we open our saloon at 4 p.m. We'll have hors d'oeuvres, drinks, as mentioned, wine, beer, spirits are all included. You can obviously upgrade if you'd like, but we have several different options of inclusion. So that's a nice thing for people. We get a lot of great feedback for having that included in the package. And then going into dinner, you can see there that we do dinner each night somewhere different to switch it up. So it'll either be at Trailhead Lodge, Cheyenne Club, which is a part of our farm, that we'll go over, Chuck Wagon, and then we'll do Creekside dinner on Friday nights, Cheyenne Club Saturday. So bar stays open, our saloon stays open until midnight, and we usually have live entertainment in there a couple nights a week. So and there's also pool tables over in the saloon. I think there's a shuffleboard. I can't remember if there's anything else, but definitely 2 pool tables and a shuffleboard table. So nice little spot for people to go after dinner if they're not ready to wrap up their evening. Here's another look at the all-inclusive experiences that are included in the package. So a lot going on here, and Emily, I'll send you a copy of this presentation so that if anybody would like it afterwards, everything's all in one place, and your clients can refer to this. But there you can see the gun club, horseback riding, fly fishing, all of the recreation. We are building a brand new rec center as well. So it's going to be more of a, what did they say? Like a health club, health center type of facility. Mountain biking is huge for us too. Plenty of trails, and we do guided ranger tours, ATV, all that kind of stuff. One thing to note on this slide too is our Lil Wranglers program. So guests traveling with children and they might want to go do a spa treatment or something just on their own, then we do offer our Lil Wranglers program 7 days a week, all year round. That's for children ages 4 to 9. We do different things like wildlife. We'll take them over to horseback riding. We do goat experiences, greenhouse tours, craft day, just depends on the day. So we get a schedule put together for the summer and switch it up as needed. I like to just include pictures of, people.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Feel free to chime in, Carly.
All right, I'll try. I'm still learning too.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, so there you can see some guests enjoying the gun club. And there, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a tiny little person there rock climbing. So we do offer rock climbing. We have a rock wall at the activities barn, but then we also go a little further off site to actual like crags, I guess you could call them, to go rock climbing. All right, so in addition to the inclusive experiences, we also have a ton of a la carte experiences. So we do cattle drives, private horseback rides, picnic rides. We do wade trips for fly fishing. So that's huge. One of the biggest reasons why people come to Brush Creek is to not only learn how to fly fish, but fish on, the rivers that we have, the different creeks that we have. So it's absolutely beautiful. I got to fly fish for the first time this past May, and it was awesome. My arm was so sore after the first time I ever did it. I was really surprised, but you just keep casting and your arm gets a little sore. It's really, really cool to learn. And our guides are fantastic. We're Orvis endorsed, and they get super excited to teach, newcomers to the ranch, how to cast and how to fly fish, and very knowledgeable. So in addition to that, we've got, wing shooting. We do hunting. Hunting is a little bit more of a process because you have to get tags, you have to get permits, all that kind of stuff. Emily, if you ever have questions, or if any of your clients ever have questions about that kind of stuff, I'll put you in touch with our director of operations who handles all of the hunting.
Yeah, and when you're selecting everybody, if you're selecting, what activities you want to do, that's something that I take off of your plate. That's something that I say, okay, let's start looking at your itinerary, your week. What do you want it to look like, after your activities, or what other specific things do you want? And that's something I can help coordinate your itinerary for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's just so many things. There's no shortage of things that you can choose from. So it's hard. People a lot of the times, well, how long do you think that I need to stay in order to really get the full experience? And I tend to tell people 5 to 7 days. You got to account for your travel days, and then think of all the different things that you can do. And sometimes not everybody necessarily wants to go out for 2 activities per day, and they might want to do a spa treatment. So I always say at least 5 days, especially during the summertime, because that's kids are out of school, you're taking your family on their annual vacation. And so that is busiest time. And
I
we
promise
love
you're
to
going
be
to have more activities available to you than you're going to be able to do no matter how many days you
exactly,
stay.
exactly. Yeah.
So you're going to go and you're probably going to want to come back, but at the same
Yes.
time, you're going to have so many options. And you're right. A lot of people want, just to spend a morning going and walking the trails, or
Yeah.
just simple things, spend a morning or afternoon, not really doing an activity, but really filling their morning with it.
Yeah.
So it's just your own preference, which is awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then I wanted to touch on, so we do have a full service spa at the Lodge and Spa, also over at McGee and down at French Creek. So this is an a la carte charge. So we've got a whole list of different treatments that we offer. As I mentioned at the beginning, we are building a brand new spa. So more treatment rooms, just more in general, which I'm really excited about. This is going to be great for Brush Creek. The spa that we have now is a little bit small, and so this will allow for us to really accommodate more guests. And we actually had a lot of requests for like manicures and pedicures this past year, or over the summer. So that's something that I think we'll definitely tend to more, as getting somebody and be there all the time. But then yoga, guided meditation, then our Epicurean adventures over at the farm, which I'm going to go over, but we do wine tastings, greenhouse tours over there, baking classes, things like that.
We're at the 5-minute mark. Just want to make sure to give you.
Okay. Here's a few more pictures. I will kind of rush through this. If it hadn't been for my screen thing.
That was totally my fault. Sorry.
No, you're good. So the farm is about 1.5 miles away from the Lodge and Spa. We transport people over there. Farm nights right now are Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I believe we are opening the farm 7 days a week for 2022 season. I will confirm that with you once I have that information definitely set in stone. But this will allow people to pick and choose if they want to stay over at the Lodge and Spa, some nights, or definitely go over to Cheyenne Club for dinner. But it's a more upscale experience as far as dining goes. Ranch tour, seed to table. So we've got our greenhouses over at the farm. We produce more than 100,000 pounds of produce a year. So we're definitely very farm to table type of establishment. And that's featured in all of our locations. So like the bakery, our distillery, our brewery, our distillery using the juniper from the property to make our gin. And then it's kind of crazy what they do down at the bakery. Like I was learning something about our bourbon barrels, that they're like scraping things off the bourbon barrels and then using that in some of the desserts and all sorts of things. So it's a really cool process to learn about. And we offer brewery, distillery tours, greenhouse tours, baking classes. We've got the creamery over there as well. So you're gonna have to meet the goats when you go. We had 45 kids this year, and they're tiny, adorable little goats. But probably all in all, we probably have about 55 to 60 goats over there. So we're making, brie and cheeses, yogurt, ice cream, all sorts of stuff. There's another picture. We didn't have enough going on. Our owners wanted to buy a mountain. So it's pretty cool. It's a 9-run mountain. We take guests over there. We offer ski lessons, snowboarding lessons. We take people up by either snowcat or snowmobile. You can run out the mountain for up to 12 people for a day. It's 12,000. But otherwise, we allow 16 guests, up to 16 guests at a time, if it's just going to be like, you and another person, and you don't mind being with other guests. But a really great experience. Like I said, we provide transportation. Most of the time people are bringing their own gear, but we have all of the gear at the ranch if in case somebody does not want to travel. Oh, it says we have unlimited minutes. Is that correct?
Sorry, I was talking when I was muted. Yeah, I fixed it. Sorry. That was my
Okay,
fault.
cool.
We're good.
All right. So that's a whole experience. We'll shuttle people over. There's lunch over there, and then take you back, obviously. But a really great experience. We've had so much positive feedback about the experiences that guests have had over at Green Mountain so far. So a pretty awesome thing to be able to offer. Just another reason for guests to come during the winter time. Not everybody can make it out in the summer. And so it's great that we're open all year round now. We do close down for a few weeks in December, opening back up for festive. And then we close for a few weeks, April into May. But outside of that, we are open all year round. And we have several different winter activities. So like snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, snowmobiling, our gun range, archery, that's all open in the winter as well. So we require 50% deposit of the total reservation amount at the time of booking, and then the remaining balance is due 60 days prior to arrival. Canceling outside of 61 days, it's going to be 10% of your total deposit amount. That's the cancellation fee. Canceling within 60 days of arrival, that is going to be a forfeit of the deposit in full. So because we are a destination property, we don't get too many cancellations. It's not as easy to fill the rooms last minute. So that's why we are so strict on the cancellation policy. We do recommend trip insurance. And obviously, Emily, you probably have all that information that you can offer to your clients, but we definitely recommend getting that trip insurance in the case that something comes up.
Absolutely. Yeah. There's third-party insurance companies that I love and trust that I know will protect your vacation that we can look at and send you a quote so that if you feel that you're concerned about being within that 60-day time frame and cancel for any reason, insurance, including your airfare and activities, so that it's always recommended. This is your money that you're spending on an amazing vacation. We don't want you to. And I'm trying to think. I love the feel of the I'm camping, but I'm ranching, but I'm all of these things where you really get the feel of all the different types of experiences. And like I said, you're going to have more activities available to do than you will time. And that is amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, I'm biased, but it's a beautiful property. I'm happy to be a part of it. I am fortunate to be a part of the whole experience. I love being able to get people excited about Brush Creek. So
you are not going to be disappointed. That is for sure. So again, if you have any questions about a Brush Creek Ranch vacation, please just let me know. You can reach out at emily@tailormytravels.com or through our website. And if you are ready to book your Brush Creek Ranch vacation, then set up a vacation consultation so that we can get talking about your dates, your time. And this is something that I say you should probably book no less than 6 months out because of availability. If you want your dates and we can book it, at any time, but when it comes to ranches and getting the specific dates and times you want, I really do recommend planning for next summer or, next season ASAP. You're going to get, more availability for what exactly you're looking for. Well, thank you everybody for attending today. Thank you, Darby.
Thank you for having me. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm always here to help.
All right, everybody have a wonderful rest of your day and a great week, and we'll see you all soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.